Hello and welcome to another Friday night scary stories. Tonight's story I made up based on a live stream I was at for a member and subscriber. Her name is Benniloco. Check out her links in our description box below. If you have a story plot you'd like to share, please message me on Messenger or put it in the comments of this video. Without further ado, let's get to tonight's story. This one's called Rainbowland. Benny rushed out of her house and jumped in her car. Benny has driven through the Joshua Tree Desert many times before, but this day the road felt emptier than usual. She tapped on her steering wheel, relentless for a cigarette. Just a quick run for smoke, she muttered. But for some odd reason, this trip was taking longer than usual. The gas station lighted sign never appeared when she expected it to. Instead, something bright and shimmery came into view, a sign painted in candy colors. It read Rainbowland. Under that, in bold print, it read Grand Opening October 4th. She slowed down and peered behind the gate, and all you could see is stretched rows of neon-painted glowing stones that outlined the trail up to the house. Colors and rainbows all around. It was a campground. The place looked impossibly cheerful against the barren landscape. Something tugged at her. The brightness felt safer than the desert's shadows, so she parked, went into the office, and booked 2 nights, Friday through Sunday, because school was on Monday and she wanted to bring her granddaughter. She left the office, hit the gas station, got her smokes, and driving home, she just couldn't help but be excited. She felt her granddaughter was going to love the place and they could get a well-deserved long girls' weekend. Friday, October 4th came quickly, and Benny was glad to get on the road for the girls' weekend. But that night, the roads in Joshua Tree just felt desolate. The stars were sharp and endless, the kind of sky that presses down on you until you felt small. They finally arrived and pulled in. Friday night passed quietly. Her granddaughter played on the swings while Benny sipped coffee near a painted rainbow arch. That night, the desert air was cool. Everything looked safe, curated, and colorful. Saturday morning brought with it the same feeling. They enjoyed the bright, vibrant colors of the house. They did crafts, painted rocks, hung out by the fire pit. They even took dips in the pool. The desert seemed almost tamed. Almost. The kitchen nook was so inviting, and after they ate dinner and cleaned up, they decided it was time for movie night in the garage, or maybe some s'mores on the grill outside. The whole place was so inviting. They were having such a great weekend. But then Saturday night rolled around. As the sun began to set, the wind picked up, carrying a smell like wet copper. The colors of Rainbowland seemed too bright, like the paint itself was glowing in the moonlight. The laughter stopped early, and they decided to call it a night as they looked at the moon hanging bright over Rainbowland. Benny woke up to a tapping sound at the window. Her granddaughter was already awake, eyes wide. "Grandma," she whispered, "there's someone outside." Benny's breath caught as she slowly got up. She walked over to the window and carefully pulled back the curtain. She peered out the window. The campground was empty. No voices, no cars, just sand, Joshua trees, and a shape. It was tall, stretched thin as if the desert itself had molded it. Its limbs were bent, joints too many. When it moved, its skin shifted colors like oil in water, blending into the rainbow-painted walls and signs. It was wearing the campground, hiding in the brightness. Whatever it was turned its head towards them, and the sound was like bark crackling in a fire. Its face wasn't a face at all, just shifting sands and fragments of painted wood. Her granddaughter clutched Benny's arm. "Skinworker," she mouthed, trembling. Benny grabbed her keys, her bag, anything else she could, and told her granddaughter, "We have to make a run for the car." They ran out the door. The desert stretched forever, the glow of Rainbowland warping behind them like a mirage. But the sound followed, the breaking wood, the grinding sand, the copper smell stronger with each step. As they reached the car, Benny dared one last glance back. The rainbow arch was gone, the picnic tables gone. There was nothing but open desert, no sign that Rainbowland ever had existed. Except for one thing, standing just at the edge of the headlights, smiling with a mouth that hadn't been there before. Thanks for watching another Friday night spooky campfire story. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I'll leave a link for last week's story in the description below. If you like this kind of stuff, there's also a playlist of all the Friday night stories. We'll see you again next week.